It's not the interview, sir. But that was good.
Knowing that, I actually have a short presentation. 2 minutes.
You got 7 to go.
Thanks.
You gotta open it and give it a second because it'll heat up. There you go. It's on.
Okay.
Just give it a second.
Good. Thank you, Bill. I need to stand someplace here. Can I get you to sit right here so I don't put my butt? Sure.
When you describe it that way.
Yeah. Go ahead, HP. So guys, that's a HP. Thanks, kid. Yeah. So my name's Fraine. I'm a licensed professional engineer. As you heard from Bill, I actually own 3 companies now: Soil and Structure Consulting, Drainage and Erosion Solutions, and a newly formed Structural Repair and Renovations. I'm just going to give you a brief description of what 3 companies do, give you some keywords to look for, and give you some pictures to look at, so you'll know kind of what I do visually and mentally. You can picture what I do. So, engineering services for Soil and Structure Consulting. We're a full-service structural, geotechnical, which is a fancy word for soils, and civil engineering company. We also have a specialized groups, construction inspections for builders, and then we do structural and drainage evaluations and reports, mostly for real estate agents and property managers, and for homeowners who have structural problems. SR&R, we're a general contracting company, which kind of like the Steve Wiles model. We know the best people who do the best work in whatever fields they are. If it's basement remodeling, structural repair, the drainage work, we know the good people. We'll bring them all in and we'll manage those projects. So here people want to do basement remodeling, new home additions, driveways, basements, whatever, we can do that type of work. Drainage and erosion solutions, wet yards, wet basements, slope stabilization. Your house is falling down the slope, we can stop that. Your stream bed is being eroded away, we can solve that problem. We also specialize in doing window well and areaway egress systems. Who are our clients? A lot of them are here in this room. Builders and developers, property managers, real estate agents, other engineers and architects, and a lot of homeowners.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so think of this like a search engine, your keyword search, Google. These phrases come up and you'll find me in various companies in various aspects. So if you look at new home construction, foundation settlement, French drains, wet yards, wet basements, sump pumps, structural inspections, these are the key words to listen for when you're talking to your friends, your families, your colleagues. Okay, so I'm just going to give you some visual pictures of stuff that we do. This is starting with residential commercial properties designed by Andy Fullenbarker, who unfortunately could not make it here today. So here's our residential structures. These are conceptual designs, some of actual pictures of the projects. We've done up and down the East Coast, so just very nice modern homes that we build into traditional homes, or we design. More homes, again, visually very appealing. Some very unique structures we built. There's a really neat soils project we did for that to support those columns. All right, commercial buildings. Really nice, very modern home. Again, some more commercial properties. These are actually conceptual designs. We actually have a design team that actually can put all these together for you. We work on churches as well. Okay, now let's look. I talk about usually problems you're going to see typically in residential structures. So I want to look at some of these. Okay, cracks in walls. You see the cracks here, the big jagged cracks in dry walls. The really sloppy repointing work right here. These are signs to look for. Chimney falling over. That's another big one. So we send out a licensed professional engineer to these properties to do the proper assessment, give you a report, findings, conclusions, recommendations, and again, we'll find the right company to do the work for you. Look for cracks in walls. You guys that go do home services in basements, look for these long linear cracks right here. Maybe a wall's about to fall over. That one we can save. That one we had to replace. Okay, these are carbon fiber strips, another way to save those types of problems you just solved. These are fairly economical ways to save a foundation wall. Big jagged cracks in poured concrete. You go to a new home or older home, you're going to see these types of cracks. Sometimes they're caused by foundation settlement, sometimes they're caused by what's called shrinkage. We do the analysis, we'll suggest a proper correction. Waterproofing. Now, a lot of these actually aren't waterproofing solutions. This is a downspout that's pouring out water next to a foundation wall. Here's pipes going through walls. Plumbers, I get a lot of referrals from plumbers. Pipes going through walls, active leak from the outside. You have to excavate the outside and do that and fix that. And this is truly a waterproofing. You have to excavate outside and put a waterproofing membrane. So look for these signs of water intrusion. There's 3 different types I've shown here, and there's actually more than that. Structural problems. You're up in a roof in an attic, and you're a contractor. You see a bad connection right here, or split truss, or attic stairs were not installed properly. You get about one of these a week. You get a knot and split right there, or just general displacement that was caused by a failing retaining wall. These are signs to look for. I got a broken truss, broken beam, attic stairs not installed correctly. See, cut trusses. Have them give us a call. Stream stabilization is a project over in Falls Church. That's what it was before. This is taken by my client, by the way. Before and after. This is actually a good thing right here. You see how water is not mixed to the foundation wall, streaming through the yard. Now, the calls we get all the time is, that's my neighbor's property, water coming down my property. He says, well, your neighbor didn't create that water, it fell from the sky, and has to go downhill. What you want is a channel of water around your property. So this is a good example of water being channeled around the foundation wall. And that's not a bad thing. What's a good thing to do is extend those downspouts out, so it doesn't pull next to your house. Okay, this is a community over in Springfield. Large pond was not supposed to be there. We installed an open French drain system, captures the water, dumps it into this storm drain that was already there. Unique design solutions. Okay, please. All right, so this is the fun part, artistic part of my job. My kids. So very nice gravel swale. These are very, very functional. This is actually my in-laws' house. So I'm constantly tweaking it, but these are fun things to install. They're aesthetic, but they serve a really good practical purpose. Window egress systems, not my daughter, I don't have a daughter, but it's cute pictures. These are manufactured window wells that we install every day. It takes 2 days to install these. These are custom-made window well egress systems. These take about 3 days to install, sometimes 4. My partner Mark demonstrating how you escape out of a window well egress. Flagstone patios. These are actually examples of flagstone patios over here. They were built underneath a patio. Some of you guys recognize these two. It's my backyard. That's my neighbor 2 doors down, but these were built underneath patios. Steve there spent a lot of time right here in that chair. And this is a property over in McLean. Just very tight space, but aesthetically it looks really nice, and we actually solved a lot of drainage problems over there. Ignore that little spot right there. It's a material. This is over here in Lansdowne. Slip stability issues, we solved it with a really nice stacked stone retaining wall. This is over here, neighborhood across from Shenstone, I forgot the name of it. Over in Reston as well. Huge stabilization problem, soil erosion problem. Thank you. We do driveways, really nice looking driveways. That driveway got a beautification award from the City of Alexandria, very first award I ever got as a designer, and then just standard brick paver driveways. And we do community pathways. So please, if you have a school community looking for a pathway, we can do gravel. This is at a school in Springfield, and this is in Edwards Ferry, or Edwards Landing, over here in Leesburg. And I think that's going to be it. Oh, who are we looking for? Real estate agents, architects, engineers, homeowners, property managers, design builders. Questions? Yes?
Jennifer wants to know.
Stop.
Were there plants growing in one of those window wells?
Yeah.
That was a potted plant.
I told you.
Yeah. Oh, the manufactured one? I believe those were plastic.
Oh.
But you can grow. I've got plants to do that.
That was what I was wondering. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Leanne?
All you.
That was a great question.
You could
I'm
have
gonna
garden
tap
your land in
56
there.
seconds.
Okay, just real quick, I've asked 2 people to give just brief testimonials. Start with Nancy.
Risk telling one of them.
Well, all I can say is I've experienced broken truss, and we've had water issues, and actually we had a deal in out in Clark County that the deal didn't go through because of Ken, but it was a blessing because we represented the buyer, and it would have been a disaster if we would have bought that property. So it's so great to have someone that you can really trust and rely on at any time. It's just wonderful. So thank you for all that you do for us.
Thanks, Nancy. Steve?
Yeah, and also Ken's worked a couple of our jobs doing egress systems and helping out designing some beams and some trussing on what we need to do. And Steve's very professional, and also to kind of follow up with what he's talking about, kind of all the options that he has on his team. He doesn't come in and just give one solution to a problem. It's a what is the right solution to this? I was at a job recently and the homeowner was sold by somebody else a $10,000 solution when they needed maybe $500 solution. So Ken's the guy to kind of bring in the right solution.
Thanks, guys. Yes, Christine.
Quick question. The slide with all of the keywords, can
Yes.
you forward that to the group?
Sure.
That'd be great to have.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So you do subject field.
We do subject field design, not the installation. I can find a good
Where are they
installer.
again?
Yep. Thank you. Appreciate
Great
it.
job. Thank you, Ken.